Good morning. It's just very close to midday now, 11:52 on December the 8th, and I've had another parcel from Pound Fabrics. More fabric caught my eye. They said they got some new stuff, and I decided I would send for it. We are not having a Christmas this year. None of the kids are having us at their house. Not because they don't want to, but they're going to, I think my son and his wife, well, she's the one that was pneumonia. She's still recovering. She's very, very tired. It's going to be a long recovery. And so they are just going to stay at home, and it's going to be their first Christmas at home, so they're thrilled about that. And I said, fine, just go and have a good time. And my daughter's coming up a few days before Christmas for 2 days, and then going back. They're having Christmas on their own. I think it's nice, because I remember I used to have to, every Christmas I used to have to go and visit my mum and go and do this. And the one Christmas that we were on our own, I actually thought was lovely. And then on his lordship's side, they're all going to his ex-wife's house for Christmas Day, so we're going to be on our own. So I thought, I'm going to treat myself to some Christmas presents, because we don't usually buy each other presents either. So here are our Christmas presents. I spent a fair bit of money. I've spent a total of £51, which for me is a fair bit of money. And I'll show you what I bought. First of all, I bought 2 meters, was it 2 meters of this? 2 meters of multicoloured checkered polycotton fabric in lilac. And that's the polycotton fabric that I got. Can you see it? I bought that. I'm going to make a shirt out of it. I thought that would make a lovely overshirt to wear over trousers. So that's the first one. And then this one is, what's this one called? I think this one is large tropical flowers and leaves, cotton touch polyester, and that's this one. And it's actually a bit like the scuba fabric, but it's more cottony. That's lovely. A bit like the scuba fabric, but it's more cottony, and it's got a lovely feel to it. I don't know if you can see. It is very nice. It's almost a cotton. It's not a scuba. You know how scuba pills? It's not a scuba, but it's very, very like a nice polyester cotton. They've obviously started doing cottony type stuff. So that is absolutely lovely. And I've got 2 meters of it, so I figured, I don't know, a dress, a blouse, something to go nice for the spring to summer. So that's that one. And next is, this one looked rather nice on the website, and I thought, oh, I quite like this as well. They're all bright colours, and I figured if I get them now, then I won't have to worry about them in the springtime, because usually when I see them in the spring, everybody's bought them. And this one is floral lined effect cotton touch polyester fabric. Again, it's a polyester fabric. Look at that, isn't that lovely? It's pinks and oranges and reds, and I figured it'd make quite a lovely top. I got 2 meters again. Maybe it's a dress or a top or something. I'm going to get something out of it. It was lovely. Really, I'll go a bit closer for you to see. And it's got this kind of, it looks like a washed paint effect, and it's got flowers on and all sorts. You know, I like that top that I had that was made from faces that were upside down. Well, this is the kind of thing I like. So that's that one. And just to let you know, the polycotton checked was £1.99 a metre, so I got 2 metres. The first tropical one I showed was £1.95 a metre, so that was £3.90. This one was £1.95 a metre, so that's £3.90 as well. So yeah, I'm not spending a great deal of money. I need to blow my nose if I can find my tissues, excuse me. So it's not, I'm not breaking the bank with it. And the next one was this one, which was colourful floral bunch on black cotton touch polyester. 2 meters I got, £1.95 a metre, total cost £3.90, and that was this one. And you'll be able to see what this looks like. This is there. Nice black with vibrant colours on it. A nice spring type one, spring to autumn, even summer I suppose, but something that, a nice top I can make from it. Yeah, I like that, very nice. Then the next one is, this one is Vivid Lilies on Black Cotton Touch Polyester Fabric. Again, same kind of fabric, and this is Vivid Lilies. I wasn't sure about this one because from a distance you can see there's a pattern to it. When you're closer up it's not too bad, but you can see the repeat pattern and it goes vertical and diagonal, but it might look quite nice when it's put together. So that's that one, and it's got oranges and pinks and greens in it. Then the next one was what was this one? This one was Aqua Tropical Leopard Cotton Touch Polyester. Again, £1.95 a metre, and that's this one. It's a nice turquoisey colour. I think that would be lovely, that. I should push that out of the way and do it standing up, shouldn't I? But aqua polyester there. And that again is £1.95 a metre. Then this one is Large Daisies Viscose Chalice, and I got 2 metres of this in a pale blue. They do it in grey and in a pale blue, and I wasn't sure, I quite fancied the grey, but then I thought, oh no, I'll try a pale blue because pale blue goes with grey hair. So I got that, and I'm going to make, I think that'll make a nice dress for the summer, a nice summer dress. So that one, and that one was £2.50 a metre as well. And then I got, is this the last one? No, I think there's another one. Yeah, I've got 2 more. This one is Abstract Floral on White Viscose Chalice Fabric. Again, I got 2 metres of this one. That one I thought was nice as well. £2.50 a metre, so you can't complain about that for price. That's probably the one that I least like. And then the last one was Multicoloured Floral Garden Viscose Chalice Fabric in navy, and that's this one, Viscose Chalice again. This one I got £3.90. I think I got 3 metres of this one because I figured that would make a nice dress with a bit more flair to it. So there you go, all of those. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of fabric. Nine different fabrics. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19 metres for £51.32, including carriage. So I thought that, I just think I've got plenty, I've got more than I need, but yeah, you know, if I enjoy sewing, let me sew. Just lots of fabric. So let's do our Sherlock, and the Sherlock today is called No Ophelia. No Ophelia. Inspector Lestrade was in a much better mood. He seemed to have calmed down after threatening to call in the special forces. We were hanging up the Christmas decorations at 221B Baker Street when he walked in and handed Holmes the next envelope without any fuss at all. "I'm as nosy as the next man to hear what Moran has written this time," he said as Holmes opened the letter and read it to us. "Dear Mr. Holmes, can you sense the criminal blood pumping through your veins? Can you hear your great uncle applauding your criminal energy? Well, no matter. Let us move on to a treasure hunt. Where is Sophie? Let us narrow down the possibilities, shall we? She's not in San Francisco, but what does that mean? And she hasn't followed the call of the wild either. For the most part, she's an intolerable pain in the neck, ranting and raving all the time. I could do with a PO to keep her in check. I've reprimanded her 84 times, but to no avail. Nevertheless, I digress, yet brevity is the soul of wit. Kidnappers do not usually complain about their victims, but Sophie is no Ophelia. Fair enough, but without a hint of obedience. In fact, she is the very opposite, brusque and brazen. That is no way to behave while you're under threat of death. Although it wouldn't be very original to execute your niece in this area. At least she can scream all she likes, no one will hear her here. Who knows, perhaps she will make it to San Francisco after all. I'm sure you've guessed our location by now, Mr. Holmes, have you not? Signed, Colonel Sebastian Moran. Don't tell me you know what he's getting at, Holmes, Lestrade said. Indeed I do, Inspector. We haven't found Sophie yet, but we are getting closer. Well, let's see if any of your Sherlock Holmes minds can work out that. She's not in San Francisco. Could that mean she's somewhere local beginning with SF? San something, I don't know. And he reprimanded her. What they do is they highlight certain things, like treasure hunts highlighted, San Francisco is highlighted, Call of the Wild is highlighted, 84 times is highlighted, brevity is highlighted, execute is highlighted, and San Francisco again. Interesting. Let's find out later what the answer is. And it's December the 8th, so let's find number 8. Where is number 8? Number 8. Number 8 is hiding at the side here, right next to this one. So this is number 8. And if we open number 8, what's behind the door? Well, number 8 just has a poinsettia on at the window, and there it is. It looks like Daddy or the lady's playing the piano and Daddy's the one that's playing the violin. So let's see what this noise what music this plays. Come on. Well, I've never heard of that one before. Number 8 was Joseph, My Dear Joseph. Never heard that one before. I'm in the range and having a sandwich and a coffee. I've been buying some plants for a pot in the conservatory. I have been to our little local, what would you call it? Shopping precinct, kind of park area, kind of shopping park. It's got a few things in. I wanted some wrapping paper, although his lordship brought tons upon tons of wrapping paper back from his mother's house, which is all absolutely lovely, but not the kind of wrapping paper that I'd want to wrap things up with. Great if you've got Christmas, we'll pass it on to the granddaughters, to the daughters or the sons and whatever, so they could wrap their presents up. Although my son and his wife have a bit finicky, they wouldn't want them. But anyway, they're Christmassy wrapping paper that you'd wrap all the Santa presents up with. But I wanted some especially for, I always buy, the girl who used to work for us, who died on our floor, and then I resuscitated her. She had a cardiac arrest. She insists on getting us a present every Christmas, because she says, I wouldn't have been alive if it hadn't been for you. And so, because she insists on getting us a present, I feel obliged to get her one. And my birthday is close to Christmas, and his lordship's birthday is in October, so she insists on bringing a present for him and for me. And her birthday is the 2nd of January, so I always feel that I need to get her something. So I bought some, and she is so meticulous when she wraps presents up. It's unbelievable the way she wraps them up. She's like one of those people who show you how to do bows and frills and do a fan or all sorts. She does that kind of thing. Every present is quality paper, quality wrapped, and previously I've just said, oh, you can have this is right, or I've reused her bags that she's given me, and I've said, I'm sorry, I've reused it, and she knows I'm like that. But I thought, I've got to get her some decent wrapping paper to wrap some presents. I bought some presents for her the other day when we were at the garden centre. I bought her a pair of slippers. I'll have to show you the slippers that I bought her, because they're very, very her. She's the royal we. She's very royal we, and I bought her a lovely cashmere scarf in a nice yogurty pink, because she likes that kind of thing. But anyway, I bought some dried flowers as well. I'll show you when we get home. We looked at some dried flowers for a vase in the conservatory, and it was we looked for them at Dunelm, and they were, it was going to cost something like 60 quid. And he said, no, he says, I could buy that, but he says, it's an awful lot of money. So I'd just been to the range and bought the same sort of thing, which is actually quite much nicer, actually. And it has cost me about £24. So I can't complain about that. I bought some nail varnish. Why I bought nail varnish, I don't know, because I put some on the other day, and within 20 minutes I had it scratched. Within an hour I had it all removed. So I'm looking in my drawer and I come across some nail varnish. Ta-da! And I decide I'll paint my nails. But the nail varnish is an old one, and it's dried, and I can't even read what it says, but it's dried and it wasn't very good, so it got thrown in the bin. Ta-dam! Then I had another one in my drawer. This is called Sally Hansen, which is a good nail varnish. It's probably like the jars in the food cupboard, where you look at them and you find they're about 7 or 8 years old. This is probably very old, because I don't wear nail varnish very often. But I thought, I'll put some on. I'll look like one of those dolly birds, a bit of paint on the nails, So I put some paint on my nails, and this is the reason why I don't wear nail varnish very often. I then decide, see if I can get closer to, if I go like that, maybe you can see. I then decide to start using my my serger. And my serger, well, yesterday, her little ladyship, the littlest one, was in here with me, and I went into the back room. When I came back, she was fiddling with the dials on the serger, and I went, oh, no, don't do that. So she stopped immediately, and I said, I'm going to have to, and I was telling his lordship, I said, I'm going to have to I'm going to have to redo all my serger stuff. So I started serging, and of course it was all to pot, so I'm going to have to realign everything. But of course the fingernails got used and they got hacked to death, and that is one of the reasons why, I don't know if you can see there, that's one of the reasons why I don't wear nail varnish, because nail varnish and me do not go well together. So these are coming off. If I don't come off, I'll be biting them off. I remember the day we got married, I got these nails done, and by day 2 I had them all bitten off because I didn't like them. I think I also got some extensions, and they just were not for me. So you see, I'm already doing that on it, making a nice little hole to get rid of it. I think the other reason is that the nail varnish is so old, it's gone soft and yucky. So I think that one is going to go in the bin. In fact, probably all the nail varnish that I've got, which is upstairs, will be going in the bin, because I've had it longer than about 3 or 4 years. Obviously before lockdown, obviously even before that, because I don't use it very often. So I think it'll go in the bin, and then I won't be tempted to use it. So I bought some nail varnish. I've been to TK Maxx. Some beautiful things, beautiful clothes in there, and coats and cardigan type things. I was so very tempted, and then I thought, no, you've got plenty of things, you don't need any more. So, but I did buy a couple of scarves that were going cheap, like a headscarf thing, and this was £2.20. So I bought that. It's a cotton one, so I can do a knot on the top. I like wearing scarves with knots on the top. And I bought another one there, another pink one, and that one was £1, reduced to £1, a Zara one. I think it's probably too big, but I can shorten that if needs be. And and I treated myself to these. I nearly put them back. They were £9.99. They are fleece leggings, footless leggings, but they're fleece lined. I don't know if you can see, they're fleece lined inside. And I nearly put them back because I have got leggings, and I thought, oh, but they're fleece lined. And we're into, as you get older, the men are into what the old-fashioned long johns. Although my son told his lordship off. We went a couple of weeks ago when we went to watch the boys play football. I went to watch the littlest one, and he was in the indoor one, and the oldest one was in the outdoor. Yeah, that way, because the camera's there and you'll see more of me instead of the handle. And the oldest one was at the outdoor one. And my son he didn't call them long johns. He called them, I can't remember what he called them. Leg warmer type things. And he said, I hope you're wearing some long johns or some leg warmers. And my husband said, and his lordship said, no, I haven't got any on. He said, well, it's time you did. He said, age you are. He says, I never go anywhere out watching the football unless I wear these long johns. What did he call them? He called them something else. But anyway, so I said to his lordship, I said, we need to get you some to keep your legs warm, because as you get older, he is starting to feel the cold a lot more. It was 4 degrees today, and it's got a bit warmer because the sun's out. And it's 2 o'clock, so we might get another hour and a bit of daylight before the darkness sets in. Oh, I've lost an earring. Oh, no, I haven't, because I didn't want to put one in. I put one in because I knew the other one was downstairs. And I thought, oh, I'll put the other one in when I get downstairs. But I've obviously forgotten to put the other one in. So I've got one somewhere in the house downstairs. Anyway, I'm going to head home. I'm going to make myself I had a nice...
use them at will and send.
I had myself a nice little plum. The local plumber, small job specialist. Andy's just gone past, he's a plumber. And so I had a lovely little tuna and cucumber sandwich in the range with a cup of coffee. That was quite nice, sitting relaxing. I was going to go to Costa, but then I thought, oh, can I be bothered? It's just round the corner. We've got the range there and Costa there, not far from each other, but I just thought I'd stay in the range. And so I'm now heading home. And his lordship has gone down because his granddaughters are having, it was a granddaughter's Christmas carol or Christmas service, carol service this morning, and then he's gone down to see that he wasn't. Was he going to meet up with his daughter? Yes, he was going to meet up with his daughter afterwards to give her a bit of a chivvy, and chivvy means cheer up, to cheer her up. And then he's popping across to his mother's flat to do some more clearing. We've sold a stair lift. She had a stair lift in, and sorry, I'm watching the traffic. She sold the stair lift, and the people came and took that out. So we've got one less piece of furniture to remove, and so he's going to do a bit more clearing out, and then he's going to watch them do the reindeer run at school, whatever the reindeer run is. I don't know. The littlest one does a reindeer run. I think they must wear reindeer horns or something, and then they run like a sports day, only it's a winter one. And so they're doing a reindeer run, and he's probably going to take them out for their evening meal, just as I say, just to chivvy mum up, because she's not, as I said to you, she's been feeling a bit down. Oh, she's going backwards. Right, there's a lot of traffic just gone past there. Right, so I haven't got far to go to get home. It's I shouldn't be on this square. There you go. Clear away. It's a lovely day today. It really is. Although the temperatures were low, it's quite bearable. I went upstairs. I went upstairs to get ready, and we'd forgotten to turn the central heating down. It was way too warm. I thought, oh golly, we've got to turn that down because it's using gas that we don't really want to waste. So I ran downstairs, turned the thermostat down, and came back up to get ready. But it's quite pleasant, although it's coldish. Right, that is where I want to go. Right, and so yes, I went to TK Maxx. There were some lovely things in TK Maxx. Lovely jumpers. There was one where it was 2 jumpers for £34, and they were really nice thick jumpers. If I wasn't a sewer or a creator of things, I would probably tickly ear again. If I wasn't a creator, I would be tempted to go to this TK Maxx, because there are some lovely things in there, and quality things, very quality things. I can see why. I don't go there very often, but I can see why young girls are tempted all the time, because there's such a lot of lovely things that you're perusing. And I kept thinking, should I get that for the girls? Should I get that for the girls? I thought, no, you can't afford to keep spending money on the girls. I've gone and got, the oldest one requested some eye makeup by Ariana Grande, and it was £22. And I'm one of these people that when it came, I'm thinking, £22 for that? And then it was eyeshadow or something, an eyeshadow palette. And what else did she want? I got her 2 things, eyeshadow palette. Oh, and she wants a one-piece unicorn outfit, which is basically like a fluffy one-piece with a unicorn on the head and a rainbow tail. So I said, you're joking, a girl your age? She said, yes, Grandma, I really wanted. 14-year-old, nearly coming on 15. So anyway, I've ordered it. But I said, well, I ordered the makeup on the Saturday. It was delivered on the Sunday. That was from Miss Selfridge. And the unicorn suit I've ordered through Amazon. And that took, well, it hasn't come yet. I ordered it at the end of November. And I said to her, I said, you might not get it for Christmas. I said, it's saying that you get anything between December the 10th and December the 24th. So I said, you might not get it for Christmas. She said, it's all right, Grandma, it's all right. I just want this unicorn outfit. So the littlest one was taking ages to decide what she wanted. And eventually I kept saying, are you going to tell me? Are you going to tell me? And she said, well, there's so many things I want. I don't know which one to ask for. So she's a year and a half younger than her older sister, just starting to wear makeup, and very subtle makeup. She doesn't like to make her face up too much, but she's very subtle with her makeup. And she has asked for a white pencil, because she does the inside of her eyes there with this white pencil, with this white to highlight the inside of her eyes. I'm not quite sure why you do that, but I did ask her, and she told me, and that's because when I went down, she had done it, and she said, Grandma, it's because it does something to your eyes. I can't remember. So she's asked for that. She's asked for a banner, a big flag type thing, which is to do with meditation, I think, so she can hang on her wall, because apparently a bedroom wall was blue and she's had it changed. She got her dad to paint it back to white. The past couple of months, she's decided she's grown up and she wants everything just plain. So he's painted the walls white, and she wants this meditation type banner put on. She asked me for 2 lights. Her mother's already bought her a light that's supposed to be helpful for her for here in the UK. If you don't get much light, some people suffer from it, and she cannot get out of bed on a morning. She finds it very hard to, and it's because she's not getting enough ultraviolet light. So I think her mother's got this lamp for her that gives her a bit more ultraviolet light, and she has to have it on for half an hour a day, I think she said. And so she uses this light, but she's asked for another couple of lights. One's multicolours, so these multicoloured lights with a remote control are going to go around her room. And the other one, I can't remember. It looked like, the picture made it look like a big standing lamp. When it came, it's only a little box. It's probably no bigger than an A4 sheet of paper, so I don't really know what that's about. But she wanted these two lights. She wanted this meditation banner, and she wanted the little white pencil. So that's hers. So I'll get all these wrapped up. I bought the wrapping paper, get them all wrapped up, and we'll get them all sorted, because they're coming up on the 18th of December. And incidentally, my daughter rang me, she rings me all the time. She rings me sometimes twice a day on a betweenie, whenever she's on a betweenie. But her day off is a Tuesday, and she sometimes rings me on a Tuesday, but she didn't ring me this Tuesday. And I thought, oh, I've got a day off from my daughter. So anyway, she rang me yesterday and she said, Mom! And I said, what? She said, I've got a cough and I've got a cold. And she works in a doctor's surgery. She does the doctor's notes. That her and her team do the doctor's notes for the team that she works in. They do the doctor's notes for sending off to consultants where a patient needs some further treatment. And apparently all the staff are coming down with COVID, they're coming down with colds and flu. And she said that I started coughing and spluttering, and she's got exactly like I have, but she's 5 hours away, so it's obviously, she's never been in contact with me, so obviously this is something that's going around, this cough and spluttering. And she rang me yesterday and she said, I've got this cough. Every time I try to talk, I cough. And she said, it's absolutely awful. She said, I'm not at work. She says, and I'm going to miss the works too. And her husband was off work. She said, Steve's off work as well. He's had to bring in sick. And she said, I feel so guilty because they'd been down. Steve's originally from Devon and his mother's in Devon. And they went down over the half term. Yeah, they went down no, it wasn't. Went down for about a week or two ago for a long weekend to see his mother, and when they went to see his mother, she had a bad cough, and apparently the littlest one, she caught the cough off them, and my daughter said, I wouldn't let her stop off school, and she says, I let her stop off one day, but I told her she had to go back. And she says, I'm realising that was really awful to her, because she says, I couldn't have gone back to work after one day. So I said, well, and she said, my daughter said, you see, I told you I wasn't well. So anyway, we are back home. I've just got to reverse into this little space, and his lordship laughs at me if I'm not straight up. So you have to give me a bit of time to straighten myself up and go in a straight line like that. There we go. We are straight, right up against the fence, like so. Yeah, I've got plenty of room. And then what I do, because I don't have an automatic car, I have a one with gears, is when it gets very cold, it's not very good at how long have I been talking to you? 12 minutes. It's not very good at pulling away when it's cold. So I leave it in gear with the handbrake down, so that at least it might work. Because the handbrake, if I don't, the handbrake will lock against the tyre and it won't go properly. So I've talked too much. That coughing's telling me I've done too much talking. So I shall see you later. Bye. We can decode that just as easily, Holmes said. P.O. refers to a prison officer here, but there is another meaning. Or what about reprimanding her 84 times, Lestrade interrupted. Holmes then turned to me and said, which chemical element has the symbol PO in Mendelev's periodic table, Watson? Polonium. I was beginning to see the light, with the atomic number of 84. But what has polonium got to do with anything, said Lestrade. Do you know your Shakespeare, Lestrade? Ophelia's father in Hamlet is Polonius. He's also the one who said, brevity is the soul of wit. Hamlet, I cried. I know, the Tower Hamlet. Precisely. The Tower of London is close by, and people were executed there not long ago. I think Sophie must be somewhere in Docklands. She could certainly get a ship to San Francisco from there. The Docklands are vast, Holmes, I said. Absolutely. We'll have to wait for further clues, said Holmes. Oh, so she's in London. And Jack London. Why did he mention Jack London in that? I don't know whether Jack London came in. I may have missed something, or I haven't picked up on something. But Jack London and yeah, the chemical symbol. So she's in near the Tower Hamlets, which is in Docklands, which is somewhere there, and he's got to find out where. So there you go, that's that one. So we've done everything, I think. You've seen all my fabric, which I now have to go and find a place to put it in there. I'm running out of space. I've got stuff that I really need to get rid of, and it's stuff that's been given to me. Barbara, my friend, gave me about 5 meters of curtain fabric, which I do not want, but it's taking up a big space in my back room. She also gave me some suit fabric, and I've also got some suit fabric that I bought, and I really need to start thinking what to do with those and get rid of them. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to find a place. I'm now going to spend some time to find a place to put all this fabric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces of fabric. Look at that. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you and catch you tomorrow. December the 9th. Is it the 9th tomorrow? 9th. December the 9th. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.